Hey guys, welcome to math. Alright, so as you can see from your screen, we are going to be working on word problems today. And remember, a word problem is those problems that have stories or sentences in them to tell you the problem. They don't just show you some numbers that you have to add or subtract. You have to actually read it and figure out, are they wanting you to add or subtract? And that's what we're going to kind of practice again today. So remember, word problems are easy if you read it carefully and you look for the clues. There's always going to be clues in these story problems that tell us if we're supposed to be adding or if we're supposed to be subtracting. There's always clues. Like if the story says that somebody lost something, that's a big clue that tells you you're going to have to subtract. Or if it asks how many do they have all together. All together is a big clue that you're going to add those all together. So there's always clues. You just have to read it carefully and look for those clues. That will tell you what to do. So, okay, let's get started with some actual word problems. And this will be the last thing that we're working on in Chapter 4 in math. So when we get done with word problems, we should be able to go on to something new after we test on these two-digit addition that we've been working on. So, let's read our word problem. Madison has 24 red Skittles. She finds 19 more blue Skittles under the couch. How many Skittles does she have now? Alright, so we've read it, and we know that she has some red Skittles, and she finds 19 more blue Skittles under the couch. So she finds more. If she finds more, that sounds like we're going to be doing what? Yeah, that sounds like we would take those two numbers and add them because she found more. So if I stack those up like we've been practicing, I know to do the ones side first, and I know that 9 plus 4 would be 13, and I have to regroup. Remember, regroups when you put the 1 up here. And then if I add all the 10s now, I should come up with 4. So my answer is 43 Skittles. That wasn't so bad, was it? No, you guys know about adding and you know about reading, so this shouldn't be too bad. All right, here's our next story. Libby counts 16 grasshoppers at the park. She counts 15 at home. How many grasshoppers does Libby count? Alright, so she's got 16 grasshoppers at the park, and then there's 15 at home. How many grasshoppers? It sounds like we'd have to put all those grasshoppers together, wouldn't it? And if I put them all together, I'm probably going to be adding them. You're right. This one's another adding problem because I need to put all the grasshoppers together to find the answer. And I'm going to add this one just like we've learned. I do the one side first, and I know that 6 plus 5 is 11. I have to regroup again. Remember, I can't put the whole 11. And then I can see that the 10s would be 3 because 3 ones would make 3. So good. There were 31 grasshoppers. Good job. Alright, so now we have a story about Kayden and Elan. Kayden and Elan have 27 pencils altogether. If Kayden has 10, how many does Elan have? This one's a little trickier, huh? Alright, so Kayden and Elan have 27 pencils altogether. If Kayden has 10, how many does Elan? So this one's going to kind of look a little bit different. We know that the boys have 27 all together. That's kind of the answer. And then we know that Kayden has 10, but we don't know how many Elan has. So I'm going to put a box there because we don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out. We know that Kayden has 10, and we know they had 27 all together. So if I look at this problem, I bet we could figure out what number would go in the box right there. 0 plus something makes 7. Well, 0 plus what makes 7? Yeah, it's 7. 0 plus 7 would make the 7 down here. And then we have 1 plus something is going to make 2. 1 plus what makes 2? Yeah, 1. 1 plus 1 would make the 2 10s. So good. We know that our answer then is 17. Elan has 17. That was kind of a different one that we had to work out what was missing because they had a number that was missing. So we had to work it out like this and use that box to help us. Still wasn't too bad, was it? No, you guys are smart. All right, so on this one, I would like you to try to find your answer all by yourself. So you're going to pause the video, read it. Sorry, guys.
Chloe, Gunnar, and Ryan Butt, please come to the office to sign out.
Okay, so you're going to read it, and you're going to look, and you're going to think, am I adding or subtracting? And then I want you to go ahead and stack it up and do it, and see if you can find your answer. So go ahead and pause it, and then you'll restart the video when you're ready. Okay, so hopefully you are ready. What did you think we needed to do on this one? Did we add or subtract? You're right. We were adding on this one because Hunter did 37. Hunter did 37 and Jed did 24. I needed to know how many did both the boys do. How many did they do all together? So I stacked it up and let's see. Did you get 61? Good. I hope you should have because 7 plus 4 is 11. And you would have had to regroup. And then 3 plus 2 and then 1 more would make 6. If you're not sure, you can always pause it and check and make sure that I'm right. And if I'm wrong, send me a message, tell me I'm wrong. But you can check and see. All right, let's try another one. All right, so this is another one I'd like you to try on your own. I am going to tell you that it's another one of these ones that have the missing piece. So you may have to figure out what the missing piece is, okay? Go ahead and pause it and read it carefully. Give it a try. And then we'll restart and see how you did, okay? All right, so hopefully you've figured this one out and you've got an answer. Even if it's not the correct answer, at least you try. I want you to try. So, let's think about this one. There were 83 people at the movie. 53 of them were children. Everybody else was an adult. How many adults were at the movie? Oh, this is another one of those missing pieces. So remember, there's 83 people all together. That's kind of the answer. And some of the people were kids or, children, and some were adults. It says 53 of them were children, and the missing part that we need to find out is the adults. So we're trying to figure out what would be missing from the math problem. So let's think. 3 plus something makes 3. Well, 3 plus what makes 3? Yeah, it's 0. 3 plus 0 is 3. And then we have 5 plus something that's going to make an 8. 5 plus what makes 8? 3. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, 5 plus 3 is 8. So our answer, there was 30 adults. There was 53 kids and 30 adults. Very good. That's our answer then. All right, and then I have one more that we're going to try. And this one's a little bit hard. I want you to give it a try. And I just realized I spelled Ashur's name wrong down here, so I'm going to fix it real quick while you're reading this. All right, did you pause it and try to work this one out? It had a missing piece too, so if you need to repause it and kind of think about it again, you can, but this one had a missing piece too. Okay, you ready to go over it? All right, so Ashur had some Legos. I don't know how many. He just has some. But then his mom bought him 20 more Legos. And now he has 56. Sorry, guys. How many Legos did Ashur have to start? So, okay, he had some Legos. I don't know how many he had because it just says some. So I'm going to draw one of those boxes because I don't know. And then his mom bought him 20 more. 20 more means add. He got 20 more. We're going to add. And I know that now he's got 56. That's my answer. He's got 56. But I don't know how many that he started with. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So I have to think, well, okay, 0 plus something made 6. 0 plus what makes 6? 0 plus 1? No. Oh, it's 0 plus 6, because 6 plus 0 is 6. Yeah. And then 2 plus something would make 5. 2 plus what makes 5? Yeah, it's 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. So we know that Ashur had 36 Legos to start. That's my answer to this question here because it says how many Legos did Ashur have to start. He had 36 at the start. He got 20 more from his mom, and now he has 56. So, but he had 36 to start. Good job. All right, and this is our last one. And now this one is one of the hardest challenge ones. Are you guys ready for a hard challenge? Oh, yes, you are. You can do it. I bet if you think about this and you read it carefully, you will get the correct answer. I'm going to read this one to you. You can read along. A farm has 41 chickens. There are 10 chickens in each of the 2 cages in the barn. So there's 2 cages in the barn, and both the cages have 10 in them. The rest of the chickens are outside. How many chickens are outside? Go ahead and pause it, think about it, see if you can come up with an answer, and then come back and we'll see how you did, okay? All right, let's see how you did. Sorry again.
Chelsea Smith to sign out.
Okay. All right, so let's see how you did. All right, so the farm has 41 chickens. That's how many it has altogether. That's kind of the answer. It's already there for us. But we're trying to figure out how many are outside. So there are 2 cages in the barn. That's inside. And one cage has 10, and then the other cage has 10. Because look, it says there are 10 chickens in each of the 2 cages. So there's 2 cages and each one has 10. But then I don't know how many are outside. That's what we're trying to figure out. Because it's got a missing piece. So 10 plus 10 plus something is 41. How many chickens are outside? Well, 0 plus something makes 1. What would go there? Yeah, 1. Because 0 plus 1 is 1. And then we've got 1 plus something would make 4. What would go there? 1 plus 1 is 2. So 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 makes 4. So 21 chickens are outside. That would be the answer to this problem. There were 10 in this cage, 10 in that cage, 21 outside, and there were 41 altogether. So 21 chickens are outside. Good job. How'd you guys do on these word problems? Not too bad, not too bad. All right. I know that you guys are going to be fine. I am around. If you have any trouble with any of these word problems, send me a message, send me a chat. We'll video and I'll help you. We can read them together. We can work them out together. No big deal if you need it. I am here. But I'm going to let you go ahead and get started on your practice page. I think you guys are going to be great. But remember, let me know if you need help. Bye, guys.